Cyclical living isn't just another productivity hack. It can be profoundly supportive for creativity and productivity. And whilst that was my gateway in to having various cyclical awareness practices, I think it's kind of missing the point. For me, cyclical living is profoundly revolutionary. In fact, I want to offer that cyclical living is an anti-productivity hack. One of the most important teachings that I've taken from having cyclical awareness practices is that it is helping me undo my obsession with productivity and growth. It reminds me that there's space for that, that gets to be important, but it is not the goal. Cyclical living is a practice in service of wholeness, in service of, yeah, all of me getting to be here, the ways that I am in different phases of cycles. It allows me to ebb and flow with beginnings and endings, with new life, with death. It positions rest and time away from doing the thing, time for being, is just as important as the doing. It's the two poles. And so, sure, by tending to beginnings, tending to endings, tending to rest, yes, that has helped me be more focused, more creative. Yeah, when I sit down to get things done, I tend to be more productive. But that's not why I do it. That's a that's not even an added bonus. Like I think there's something really at the heart of cyclical living that says productivity is not the point. The point is being. The point is being connected to ourselves, to the more than human world, to connect with a creative endeavor, a project as an animate being in its own right. The cyclical living is a pathway into connection and wholeness. The fruits of that, sure, we get to enjoy, but yeah, I really don't think that's the point. I think there's something sacred about this kind of connection, something sacred and something deeply revolutionary. I think it really goes against the grain, our cultural grain at the moment. So if you don't have a cyclical living practice at all, I strongly encourage you to start exploring one. And I'll share a link to a little free guide that I have on how you might get started with that. And if you do have a cyclical living practice in some way, you track your circadian rhythm, your menstrual cycle, you try to work with the seasons, ask yourself why. And if the answer is, yeah, so I can get more done, really encourage you. I don't think that's wrong. That makes a lot of sense to me in the zeitgeist. But I would encourage you to explore, to inquire, is that the focus that you want? What if your practice was in service of your own wholeness? What if your practice was in service of connection and being a little bit better at your job was a bonus that you got to enjoy, not about producing more for somebody else, not producing more for the sake of producing more, so that you might be more fulfilled in what you do. You might be able to get that work done in a shorter amount of time and then go and enjoy your life more, enjoy your family, your friends, your passions more. I'm curious how this lands with you. I imagine a world where we all had some kind of cyclical living practice. We were all following these ebbs and flows, and not in perfect alignment. That's never the goal of this. It's impossible anyway. Like, which cycle do you pick? They're so fractal. Possible to be in perfect alignment with all of them all at the same time. But what if we really embraced this idea that the doing is only a small part of our being, and that it's an important part? It gets to be here again in service of our wholeness. So does all of the rest of it. Yeah, I'd love to hear your reactions, your questions, your comments. Please post below, and I'll see you next time.